spoiler alert, turn back now if you don't want anything spoiled for you. In an interview with wine enthusiast Kyle MacLachlan, who plays Hank, confirmed the existence of Deathclaws. Though, of course, it was confirmed already by Hank passing that skull at the end of Season 1. But if that wasn't enough, we actually got a picture of one. In the middle of the Vegas Strip, right outside the Lucky 38, close to where we saw those claw marks on the door, we see a Deathclaw. But what's most intriguing about this image is the suit of armor standing next to the Deathclaw. It looks like power armor, and yet at the same time it doesn't look like power armor. What is this? It's hard to see the details from this distance, but thankfully we got a close-up shot leaked. It's a suit of hitherto unknown of power armor emblazoned with NCR logos. The soldier in this power armor was likely fighting the Deathclaw that we saw outside the Lucky 38. It had been deployed with large knives. It looks like it excels at melee combat. Perhaps it was designed specifically to fight Deathclaws. Response to these images has been mixed from everything I've been able to see online, but I'm more interested in the lore implications of this. This doesn't resemble any known suit of power armor. It's completely new and unique. This would necessitate a production line that is pretty impressive. They would have to source the raw materials, have the infrastructure in place to process the raw materials into usable parts. Not to mention having the scientific and engineering talent necessary to produce plans for their own suits of power armor, creating a production line, mass producing these suits for their soldiers. It's a huge feat to achieve. But is it impossible to achieve? The answer to that question really depends upon the state of the NCR after the destruction of Shady Sands, and we don't really know the answer to that question. Perhaps the destruction of Shady Sands scared the NCR to such an extent that they felt that they had to produce their own line of power armor. But if that were the case, why wouldn't they feel the need to create their own line of power armor to secure the Hoover Dam during the events of Fallout New Vegas? They used power armor in New Vegas, but they were all T-45 suits. We see NCR soldiers guarding the dam, but not in a unique suit of NCR power armor. The NCR is one of the strongest and most capable factions on the West Coast in all of Fallout lore, as it apparently still exists after the destruction of Shady Sands. If there was ever a faction aside from the Enclave that could produce its own suit of power armor, it would be the NCR.